What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JB, and I'm coming to you tonight with the review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This is season number 8. This is episode number 9, and the title was "You Flew Here, I Grew Here," which is stupid as shit. But without further ado, you guys, we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into the video, and right into these notes that I took tonight. So let's get popping. So we're going to kind of go out of order of the show tonight. So we're going to start things up. So we saw Erica Dixon, we saw her mama Mignon, and she was cleaning up Erica's house. So then we see Mama D come over. And, Mama D is just, she's in a good space with Erica and her mama. If you guys remember, what was it, season 2, when she told her to smoke a straight shooter bitch. They've come a long way since then. And, they're talking about Erica's pregnancy. So we all know Erica's pregnant with twins. So Erica was telling us that, with the twins, they both share one placenta. So, damn, that's kind of interesting. They share one placenta. So that means that they kind of, I guess they would have to fight for like nutrients and stuff when it comes down to what she eats. And wow. And one could be dominant over the other one. So that's got to be kind of scary for her. I hope that she had, I know I saw her a few weeks ago on IG. And it looked like she was almost due, so I hope her babies are healthy and healthy when she gives birth. So like I said, her mama and Mama D, they in a good space with one another. So then Mama D asked her, like, what's going on between you and Scrappy and Bambi? Like, have you sat down? Have you tried to have a conversation with them? And Erica's like, yeah, I've definitely tried to have a conversation with them. But, when it came down to it, Scrappy and Bambi don't want to have a conversation, don't want to sit down with her. And, she's trying we're trying to do this for E-Money. I'm like, that girl's name is Imani, but E-Money. 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 And, I'm going to get into that in a few minutes about Scrappy and Bambi. But, Mama D is like, you know what? I'm going to have a conversation with Scrappy and Bambi, and we just going to try to make this shit work together. I mean, Imani is like, what? She got to be a teenager at this point, like, what, 15, 16 years old? So they don't have much longer to, like, co-parent with her. But, it would be nice just, to have peace among each other. And I know, like, y'all have functions together. So then, we do see Mama D. She is talking with Scrappy and Bambi. And she's telling Scrappy and Bambi that, I met with Erica and, Erica is pregnant. And then she's like, what's the current status of y'all's relationship with Erica? And, Scrappy's like, our relationship is, I pay my child support and that's pretty much it. I spend time with my daughter, and I respect Erica as my baby mama, but that's about it. And like I said, I don't know what the whole thing is, because Scrappy and Bambi are married to one another, so it's not like Erica gonna try to come in between y'all, or even if she would want to come in between y'all. Erica's with another dude. She's having having 2 twins with him, so y'all should be able to come to a place where things are not, topsy-turvy. What else? What's the word I'm really trying to think of? Tumultuous. That's the word I was really thinking of. It shouldn't be where it's just a tumultuous, like y'all don't speak to each other. Like, again, you have Imani. Oh, the girl's name is Imani. But y'all have her, like I said, she's almost to the age of, the point where y'all won't have to have any conversations after she turns 18. But in the meantime, just try to be civil, cordial with each other. Like, you don't have to, like, sit down, go to lunch, go to dinner, nothing like that. Just be able to just have a, peaceful, civilized conversation with each other. But you know what they say, things are good the way they are. If they like it, then I love it. But I like I said, I do think that they could at least just sit down and have a conversation with Erica. I think they all should be in different spaces in their lives at this point. So I don't know why we are still holding on to things from, umpteenth years ago. Like, it's stupid. It's stupid to me, to be quite honest with you. All right, you guys. So next we got Mimi. So we see Mimi. She is getting ready to go meet up with Pooh. And, she hadn't really saw or had a conversation with Pooh since the whole thing at Carly's engagement party, when Shay Mack revealed Carly's real age to us, which wasn't really a shock to anybody. We all know that Carly is, older. Like, that's not a shock to anybody. So Mimi is meeting Pooh at a Botox clinic, and I'm like, a Botox clinic? That would be the last place that Pooh needs to be. And then when you saw Pooh sitting there, it's like, damn, you need to stop with all the plastic. You need to stop with the plastic surgery. You need to stop with the Botox, the fillers, whatever you put in your face. You need to stop with that shit because you look fucking ridiculous as hell. So then Mimi is like, well, why would you sit there and do that? Why would you tell Carly's age when you and I and Carly, we're all around the same age with each other, which we all know that, Mimi. We all know that you and Carly are around the same age. You're in your late 40s, early 50s. And, Pooh is still once again on this whole thing about Carly, treating her wrong, not inviting her to her party. So the way to get back at her, it's her party. If she doesn't want you at her party, that's her business, her prerogative. You can't make the woman say, oh, Pooh can come to my party. If Carly says, you ain't coming to my party, you ain't coming to the party. Like, why are you in your feelings about it? Like, if somebody that I was friends with and we fall out and they have a party and they don't invite me to it, I'm like, well, shit. Oh, well, it ain't that big of a deal. I'm not going to be like, you know what, I got to get back at that motherfucker because you didn't invite me to your party. So now it's time for me to, do some dirty shit to you. No, that's stupid as fuck. So then, Pooh was like, well, what you want me to do? Apologize to her? And then she's like, then Pooh says, what, we need to sit down and have a conversation with Carly and other ladies. So, what, I'm going to throw a little party and I'm just going to invite all the ladies to the party so that way they can see the real Pooh. And I'm like, oh, the real Pooh. Okay. So then we had this empty ass cocktail party with just a bunch of seat fillers that Mona hired with Mimi there. And then Carly shows up and, she's like, oh, she showed up. She showed up. I am so shocked that she showed up. Mimi was like, that tone. Like, she's like, yes, this tone. No, girl, what she means is that tone. Like, you wanted her here. And now that she's here, you had this fucked up tone. Like, it ain't correlating. Like, you do realize that tone is fucked up. Like, you're talking to her in a way that's not welcoming or warm or anything like that. And so then when Carly's there, she's like, because what it was I guess the girls that she invited was Mimi, Carly, Sierra, and Rashida. But like I said, the only people who are there are Mimi and Carly. So Carly is telling, Pooh why Sierra and Rashida not there because when we was in the cabins, I told them that, you and BK had something going on. And she was like, no. Me and BK did not have anything going on. BK tried to holler at me, but I told BK I was married. Now, I was confused. I was just like, Carly, but didn't you say earlier in the season so far that you and your husband have a open relationship, but you're a happily married woman? That sounds like a bit of a contradiction, but okay. And then you've been talking about how you and your husband slept with Carly. Again, a contradiction. So then out of nowhere, Carly and Pooh, they just start arguing. Man, Pooh, her facial features are just really, really, really strong. Like, God, dog, she look like a man. So, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, so Carly and Pooh start to argue over bed sheets, like that she owed her some money for her sheets. I'm like, wait a minute, did I just miss something? Because I was thoroughly confused. And security had to escort. Did they escort Carly? They escorted Carly out of the party. I'm like, okay, interesting. That was interesting as shit. All right, y'all. So next we move over to the fucked up couples therapy with Kirk and Rashida Frost, who are the last two motherfuckers in this world I would take relationship advice from. Now, I would take business advice from Rashida, just barely, but I would still take it. I'm just being shady. But those two are the last people I would take relationship advice from, and that's no shade. That's shade at its fun. Like, I am being dead ass serious. I would not take relationship advice from them. So we see it picks up where last week's episode left off, which was with Sierra telling BK that she cheated on him, and BK is just in his feelings talking about don't nobody look at him. I'm like, well, nobody really was looking at you, but okay. And then he's like, also he was like, what else did he say? He said, people look at him as the bad guy. Well, and I'm not gonna excuse what Sierra did because Sierra shouldn't have cheated either. But I'm pretty sure probably Sierra cheated in retaliation to what he's done to her, making her look like Boo Boo the Fool. So yeah. I'm not giving either one of them a pass, but he ain't got no room to try to be mad at nobody. So then, Rashida, once again, is trying to give advice to Jock and Kendra, telling them they need to have a conversation with each other. But we also need to have Carly in the room since she is, the main reason for most of their drama right now. So she goes upstairs to get Carly, comes back downstairs to Carly. And, they talking about what happened on the bus, how Carly brought up the fact that, she was in a hotel room with Jock and she saw his, he had his dick out and she wasn't lying about that. So she says, those are her words, not my words. So then they trying to, Jock is like, well, how did it even come up in the first place? And, Carter's like, well, it happened because Shekinah asked, your girl, how long y'all been together? She said 4 years. And, Kendra said, nope, I said it's been 5 years. And I'm thinking to myself, let's just stop. Stop the track. Let me state facts. I told you, give me a minute and I'll be right back. Like, let's stop the track real quick. So, if Kendra and Jock have been together for 4 years or even 5 years, let's just go back in time in Love and Hip Hop history. Let's go back to season 5 because they would have been together at season 5. Let's go back to season 5 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Let's just go back to the last few years. So, over the last few years, Jock has been with multiple different women. Season 5, he was messing with that girl Amber Pretty, who's not pretty at all. And, he had that thing with Tommy. So, if he was supposedly with Kendra for 4 or 5 years, he's been fucking around on you for the whole 5 years. Because it's Amber Pretty, it's Tommy, and it's Carly Red. And yeah. So I'm just guessing Kendra has never watched an episode of Love and Hip Hop ever. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, that is. I'm just guessing she's never watched the episode, but we just gonna leave it at that. So then Carly gets in her feelings because Jock said that Carly was lying. And then Kendra calls Carly miserable, which she absolutely 100% was being miserable. Like I just like, what the fuck is going on with Carly? So then they get to going back and forth with each other. And, Carly is, she's Incredible Hulk with security holding her ass back. So then security get her up and Carly takes off her shoe and she just throws her shoe directly at Kendra. Now, it didn't miss Kendra, however. And then Bambi got in her feelings. I'm like, Bambi, we didn't even see you, but the shoe almost hit you, huh? Okay, if you say so. So then once they take Carly out, Jock is trying to calm Kendra down. Talking about, you look at her. You letting her take you out of your character. Like, you about trying to be a judge and whatnot. Your vocabulary is bigger than this. But you letting her, a miserable person like Carly Red, take you out of your character. And I had to agree with Jock on that one. If Kendra is supposed to be this judge and trying to be this judge and she's a lawyer, first of all, why the hell is she on this show making herself look like a fucking joke and a fool? Like, if I were to see Kendra in the courtroom now, if I was a judge, a lawyer, anything, I would absolutely 100%, there's a fucking bug in my room. How do they fly in? But if I was a judge or a lawyer or anybody, a DA or whoever, I would actually use, like, if we in court and I see Kendra is across, if she's a plaintiff, defendant, whatever, if I saw her in my courtroom, I would absolutely use this show to play her, to make her look bad. Like, I would be like, how can we take anybody seriously if they would be on TV to make themselves look like a fucking joke? And that's just me being honest. That's how I would use everything from Love and Hip Hop against Kendra in court. Just being honest with you. So, then we see them, everything has pretty much calmed down. So they taking shots and they talking about Carly. And then Carly walks into the room. So Bambi tells Carly, like, Carly, you tripping, man. Like, you threw a shoe at me. And, then Carly's just adamant that she was not lying about what happened. So then Bambi and Rashida tells her like, okay, you might not have been lying about what happened, but you divulged a little bit too much information that you could have kept to yourself. And then Carly gets to talking about how she's tired of being bullied and whatnot. And I was like, who bullied you? Like, nobody bullied you. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, then she just went from, she was already here, but then she went up even higher. And I'm like, there is something seriously 100% wrong with Carly. And I tweeted this. I said, no offense and all, but is Carly going through the change? Like, seriously, is Carly going through the change? Is she going through menopause? And I'm not trying to be funny at all. Like, is she going through menopause? And I say that because when I was in the 10th grade, when I was in 11th grade, when I was a junior in high school, I had a teacher, my Algebra 2 teacher. My Algebra 2 teacher was going through menopause. And she told us straight up she was going through menopause because every day we would go in her classroom, the room would be freezing cold because she was hot as fuck. And we would open a door just to let some air in, let the air out because we would be freezing. And she would be like, stop messing with the door, guys. I'm going through fucking menopause. Like, she would cuss us. She literally would cuss us out every fucking day. Like, it was every day she would cuss us out. And we'd be like, Miss Hall, it's freezing fucking cold in here. She's like, stop digging around. I'm going through fucking menopause. Literally going through menopause. So that's why I'm like, is Carly going through menopause? Like, I don't mean to be funny, but that's just the way she was getting. The vibe that I was getting from her was like she was going through menopause. No offense to anybody who is going through it. No offense, but it's just the vibe that I got from her. And then when Carly Red walked away, did anybody notice how fucked up her ass was? I'm like, damn. All of y'all need to stop doing these ass shots and these injections because they look fucking horrible. You got this big ass that's shaped funny, and then you got these thighs that ain't got no kind of meat to them, no kind of nothing to them, and y'all look ridiculous as fuck. Okay, so then the next morning we see Rashida. She goes to check on Carly, and when Carly woke up, I was looking at her face like, what the fuck? Who the fuck wakes up with all that caked on makeup on? Y'all ain't making me believe not a damn thing about this scene. This is all fake. Like, who the fuck wakes up with that much makeup on their face? And then Carly's makeup, it looks bad and it looks blotchy. Like, I can't figure out what the fuck is up with her makeup and her wigs. I can't make heads or tails of this shit. So, they talking about Mo again, because this is the root of Carly's problem. She's mad at Mo. I think she's going through menopause. And, Rashida tells her that, Mo did all this stuff. He went through finding out where we were through Kirk, and then he comes up here, and then you treat him like shit, which he really does. Like, oh God. And then, like I said again, Rashida is giving fucking advice. Why are y'all taking advice from Rashida of all people? Rashida is the last person you need to take advice from. If you want to take relationship advice from anybody, Google it. Just Google. Google will be your best friend. So, Carly says that what it came down to when it came to Jock and Kendra was she just wanted to clear the air. Okay, that's fine. Clear the air. But pick a better way about clearing the air. Because I think the way that you cleared the air was fucked up. Like, first of all, you embarrassed that woman in front of all those women that you doesn't really know like that to tell her about her man. I think that was jacked up, Carly. And, and then, Rashida was like, well, why did you throw the shoe at her? And she's like, I was just mad at Jock for, talking about I was lying. Okay. If you were mad at Jock, be mad at Jock. Kendra did absolutely nothing to you. So I don't understand why you came at Kendra the way you came at her. Like, I think Carly was just in her feelings, to be quite honest with you. So then we see Rashida with the group again, and she has another activity for them. And again, why are we taking advice from Rashida? Anybody? So what she wants the group to do is she wants them to take some paper. They're going to turn it into a boat. They're going to write something that they're leaving at the cabin, and they're going to set sail to it. So they all, write in there, and they go out there and they throw it in the lake, and that's that. But before they go out there, Kendra's just talking about how she and Jock had, Jaceel, as she calls him, had a conversation about how she felt. It's just like what I said just a minute ago. What it boiled down to was she was just embarrassed about the whole situation with Carly because, again, she's in an uncomfortable situation. She's on a bus with people that she doesn't really know like that. And then you got Carly Red sitting here telling her shit about her man that her man should have told her. So she was just embarrassed. Understandable. So, once they finish that, Carly goes back into the house. And I'm like, wait a minute. Wait. Where the fuck did these rose petals come from? And where the fuck did Mo come from with these rose petals and this rose? Mona. You ain't slick. Like, you really put this whole shit together, huh? But, Mo, he apologizes to Carla. And I'm like, why are you apologizing to this fool? Why are we apologizing to her? You didn't do anything wrong. So, but, she forgives him. He puts the ring back on her finger. They good. I don't give a fuck. All right, and then lastly, you guys, we got this showcase that Tokyo was performing at. So we see Tokyo performing. I love Tokyo, so I'm not trying to shade in Tokyo in any way, but I just have a question. Because did y'all see that one girl that was in the audience that was, when Tokyo was rapping, she was rapping right along with Tokyo, and I'm like, Mona, how much you pay her to pretend like she knew that song? And how many takes did y'all have to do for her to get them lyrics spot on with Tokyo? And again, I love Tokyo, so I'm not shading Tokyo. I just want to know how much you paid her. Like, shit, can I be an extra? Like, do y'all want to come up here and to be on? Y'all want to do a Love and Hip Hop Dallas, so I can just be an extra on Love and Hip Hop Dallas, and just be like, hey, have fun at these parties. When y'all go out to like restaurants and you had the cast members get into it, I can be one of them people that you be seeing that be looking like. No, like let me be an extra. Like, shit, come to Dallas, go to Houston. I don't give a fuck. Just come to Texas. Let me be a motherfucking extra. I'll be the best extra you ever saw in your life. Like, the best. Like, you give me my script. We need you to do this. Act surprised. No. Oh my God. She said what? Like, cry. Like, give me my cues. Like, be mad. Like, give me my cues. Like, shit, I can do this. I got this shit. Like, I got this shit for real. But all joking aside, let's get back to it. So yeah. So we see Shay Mack there, we see Spice there, and then we see Akbar V show up, and I'm like, here we go with the bullshit. So Akbar V knows Shay Mack, and Shay Mack is like, I didn't know you was coming. Like, I came here to support my girl Tokyo, and again, here we go with Akbar V and this whole I'm from Atlanta, she not from Atlanta. These bitches need to go through me. Girl, who the fuck are you? You ain't got no music that we know of. You ain't got no record deal. Your cousin Candy ain't even working with you. So who are you again? And I do, and I'm shading Akbar, but I actually do like Akbar. I just think Akbar needs to humble herself just a whole fucking lot. Humble yourself. Humble yourself. That's probably why you haven't gotten anywhere in your music career. You are not humble. If you be humble, more shit will come to you. But when you think you this and this, and when you think you this bitch, that bitch, whatever, when you think you the shit and you really ain't shit, ain't nothing good gonna happen for you. Like, humble your tits. Humble them. So, so then Tokyo finishes her performance. She goes and sit with Spice. Bitch, when she told Spice that she looked like a half-cooked pancake, that took me the fuck out. Oh, a half-cooked pancake. But they're talking about Spice's music. So then Akbar V gets on the stage and she's doing her song. Her song was trash. I hate to say it. The song was trash to me. If anybody out there liked the song, I'm sorry, but the song to me was pure fucking trash. And then when they cut the music in, this one, that one, what one, this one, that one, this one, I'm her, you her, come see me, like stuff like that. I'm like, I don't understand what the fuck she talking about. Like, what? And Tokyo's like, put her name on it, whore. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Here we go. So then, they start to get into it, and security comes in. I'm like, oh shit. Y'all got big girl, big girl, big girl. Y'all got y'all hands full. Because y'all had y'all hands full last season in Houston with Tokyo and Spice. Now y'all got Tokyo, Spice, and Barbie. Big girl, and big girl. Well, and Spice is not that big, but she's a bigger, bigger guy with the big titties, the big tits, and the big ass. But, they had their hands full with big girl behind big girl. And bitch, when I tell you Spice took out that heel and she leaped at Akbar, I'm like, damn, Spice is the type of friend that I would want. Like, no matter what. Like, she got into it with Jasmine last season when Jasmine was on last season, and Spice went after her. Now she going after Akbar V. Like, Spice is a ride or die friend, and that's the type of friend I want. Like, bitch, if I get into it with somebody in the club, I want you to be right there by my side to just be ready to fight anybody can get the business. Anybody can get the business. Again, like I said, anybody can get the business. Anybody who want it can get that shit. Like I fuck with Spice a lot more now than I did last season when she talked about Tokyo's weight. But I fucks with her the long way now. Fucks with her the long motherfucking way. Fucks with her the long way. All right, so then we see this scene where we're at Sierra's glam shop, and Akbar V is going there to get her wig done, her makeup done, her something done. She getting something done. I don't know what the fuck she was getting done. So they're talking about the showcase, and she said that she was up there spitting bars and metaphors, and I'm like, what bars and what metaphors were you spitting? Okay, if you say so. And then she's talking about how they came at her wrong, and next time she's seen them, it's on sight. I don't necessarily know if they came at you wrong because you were throwing jabs at them. Those lyrics were direct. Like, that you were throwing, those were direct jabs. So they caught those jabs and they came at your ass. So whatever. And then Akbar V is telling Sierra that she needs to, oh, she is so cute. Akbar V tells her that she needs to pick a side. Nah, baby, she don't need to pick a side. Because if I were to pick a side, it wouldn't be yours, it would be Tokyo's side, because you came at Tokyo wrong. And this is all really, wait a minute, let's just go back. Is this all behind that Moniece shit? Like, come on. Oh my God. Oh, speaking of Moniece. So I don't know why, but last week, I don't forget what day it was, but Moniece was on IG Live, and I think it was either the Shade Room or Baller Alert that posted the clip of her in the studio singing, and I'm like, oh my God, no, Moniece, no. That was tragic. And everybody lit her up in the comments. I'm like, oh God damn. I'm like, damn, they fucked her up. That was worse than what Rockstar did to her last season. Oh. So then Carly Red shows up. And then, first of all, let's talk about how Akbar's talking about how she's the queen of Atlanta. What are you the queen of? Nobody knew about you before this show. So Carly Red shows up with her fucked up looking wig with no scalp. I'm like, you can kind of see it, but I'm like, is that supposed to be an invisible part? Because I really can't see anything. But we just gonna let it go. And we talking about Pooh and BK once again. And Sierra talking about how she'll slap the shit out of Pooh if she see her, and then how Pooh invited her to this party that she's not going to. But Carly messy ass is going to the party. So that was pretty much it for Love and Hip Hop, you guys. Like the video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys later.